Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, Bob viewers, live viewers, and everyone else. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're looking forward to today. I know I was looking forward to today. I was really second guessing myself on if I wanted to do this stream today or not. It's gonna be a bit of a shorter stream. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this for. I don't really have a backup plan, so as soon as I'm done with this, I'm calling it a day because I have somewhere to be at 5. So I've only got a couple of hours to conduct this stream. I'm hoping it'll be at least a somewhat enjoyable experience, and I'm gonna get some work done at the same time. So in case if you weren't here yesterday, the plan for today is very simple. We're gonna do some MS Paint today. Now, I know that doesn't sound very exciting, but we have a couple of goals. One, we need to draw Reuben drinking a water bottle. Either a water bottle or a canteen. That is the main goal for today. Once that is done, it is open season. I will do my best to draw whatever chat wants to request. I will do my best to draw what chat wants as like emotes and whatnot. As long as it's not too insane. Hi, understanding. How you doing? How's your day? How is Italy going? How's the weather? How's the life? I hope it's all going well. I assume it's at least decent. I assume things are refreshing in the Mediterranean theater. I hear Italy has some wonderful weather. Some very nice summers. Very nice place. I'd like to visit Italy sometime. I feel like I've mentioned this before, how my brother went on a trip to Germany and actually stopped at Rome during his European trip. He rated it very highly for the food. Italian is my favorite food. I'm gonna be honest. I love Italian. I love pasta. And it just so happens that they have a lot of food related to pasta. It's pretty ding dang good. But getting back to the moral of the story, art stream. we're going to have Reuben drinking from a water bottle. That is our primary goal. In case if you missed it, and once that is done, I'm going to be doing my best to draw whatever emote is requested from chat. That is the goal for today. I think that really about sums everything up. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about because I'm not playing a game today. So it's not like I can talk about the game. But the neat part is that this is going to be a bit of how do you say it? It'd be a bit of behind the scenes, like how does he do this? How does he do that? Not a big fan of pasta, sadly. Yeah, I'm doing an art stream. I don't know if it like shows up for you. I assume it does, but we're doing MS Paint today. If you don't want to stick around for the art stream, I don't really blame you. I don't know how well this is going to go. This is sort of a experimental thing. It's probably gonna be a one-time thing as well. But again, if you do decide to stick around, it changed category now. Huh? That's weird. Well, I'm glad you like art streams because I am planning to take
greater than any other drawing platform. KRMT 21 KRMT, but better.
Yeah, so he's so right about that. He's so based for that. He's so fucking cool. MS Paint is the superior art platform to literally everything else. I can't believe anyone would do anything else. They're just so inferior. Using a pen on like a sketchboard? No. We do this 1 pixel at a time. Like the superior people, okay? How do you think I got such cool PNGs? I did it 1 pixel at a time, just like everyone else. But again, if you do want to stick around, as soon as I figure out how to actually draw a 2D object, as soon as I figure out how to convert a water bottle into a 2D object, I will be taking requests. And that art I was looking about Scav prototype was made on MS Paint. Yeah, I believe if you told me all of the artwork for Scav prototype was made on MS Paint, I would totally believe it because it all looks incredibly pixelated. Just look up Minecraft pixel art and you can kind of turn into pixel art on MS Paint. Yeah. I mean it's 2D, so it makes sense. And there's not really much else to say about it. I mean, you can try your best to make it look 3D like I did with my PNGs, but like, you can only go so far with like a basic understanding of art and how to be an artiste. All right, first off, we gotta get into the mindset. We gotta get into the mindset of a painter, right? We gotta get into the mindset of an artist. All right, here we go. I am sending you mental images. A fear of hard work. The desire for a lavish lifestyle. Not wanting to do anything all day except paint things. Is it working? Is it working? Is it working? I can't tell. It's so hard to tell. I can't. I don't know. I feel like an artist. I guess I feel like an artist. You know what? I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to go. Again, this is an experimental sort of stream, so if you do want to stick around, I would be very honored if you would. But if you would rather go do other things or watch a more exciting stream, I would not blame you. But the only thing I can really offer you is once I figure out how to do a freaking water bottle, I am going to be, again, taking requests for fucking emotes on the Twitch channel. He wants to do the Weimar. Hold on. I got it. Alright, how's that look? It took a little bit longer because I had to turn on the chroma. I had to change the I had to change the thingamabob so that it would actually show up as green. But yes, as a matter of fact, it is green. It's yellow, green, and black. Which, I'm gonna be honest, is probably the most unique color combo you will see with a lot of these cockades. Except for maybe like Oldenburg, which is like dark blue, red, dark blue. But oh my goodness, my favorite has to be Hamburg, because Hamburg's is really cool because it's white with a red cross on it. It's pretty cool. It is pretty. It is very unique as far as cockades go, because all of them just have like the 3 colors, and then there's just like Hamburg with a giant red cross on a white background. It is so fucking kick-ass, dude. It is so cool. I love it. Probably my favorite one. I'm gonna be honest. But anyways. The only issue with using the filter that's set up for the green cockades is that with the way it's set up, you get a little bit of a black outline of Reuben, which you can't really tell right now because I'm on a black background. But once we actually get into MS Paint, you'll probably be able to see the problem. It's not too bad. You can kind of ignore it, but it's still there. and it's not cool, man. Not cool. Or maybe it's like a green outline. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, on OBS you can definitely notice it, but on the stream itself, it doesn't actually look that. Oh no, you can slightly see it. I'm hoping that's not too irritating. But anyways, we can probably shuffle over to the actual stream itself. Kermit, thank you for sending me 2D water bottles, but that's not quite what I meant. That's not quite what I'm looking for, man. That's not quite what I'm looking for. But I appreciate the hustle. You're doing a good job, man. You're doing a good job. I appreciate the hustle. Good job. Hey. But anyways, we're gonna shuffle over into the I'm gonna shuffle over to MS Paint, see how this goes. I have somewhat high hopes. Again, I'm hoping the green outline isn't too irritating for people to watch. But we'll see how this goes. Again, experimental. I'll take requests later. But I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone, have a stream, and also get some work done. Again, this will be a bit of a shorter stream. I do need to be somewhere in 4 hours. Or I need to stop my stream in around 4 hours so that I can go get ready to go somewhere. So I will shuffle over to MS Paint and we'll see how this goes. I do have background music planned for this. So we're not going to be sitting in silence for 4 hours. So I won't worry too much about that. Anyways, let's see if we can get this set up real quick. Ta-da! Welcome to the MS Paint zone. Okay, looking at the stream, the green outline isn't nearly as bad as it is on OBS. All right, hold on. Where's let's see, Chrome not recording. I believe I have this set up correctly already. Okay, can we skip to the next song? No, that'll work. Let's see, what are we gonna do? So, you can't actually see it, but where is it? Twitch emote. Okay, so we have at our disposal the very basic Roybin PNG. All right, this is like the basic template for everything I do, sort of. And somehow we need to have Roybin drinking a water bottle. And I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to do it. Somehow we need to put in 2 arms. We need to put in 2 arms, and then we need to have him drinking a water bottle in roughly that direction. That is the plan for today. How exactly I'm going to do that, I'm not sure. What about a glass of water might be easier? I was thinking about doing a canteen instead. Hold on, can I bring up an image of a canteen? Actually, let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see, equipment. Canteen. Huh. They're out of stock. Okay, cool. I can't bring up an image of that. Do you need one for Scav? Oh, right, you need a 3D one. I have a thumbnail for Scav. That's not an issue. I do have a thumbnail for Scav. I just wasn't able to use it because we were doing a game beforehand, so I decided not to switch it, even though I could have. Let's see. Oh, you mean like a water? You mean like a water bottle? Okay, I got you. A canteen from Scav. Now, what I was thinking about was more like, hold on, can I pull this up? How am I gonna stop being so difficult? Save. Save this under pictures. Save. Bing, bang, boom. What I was thinking was something more along the lines of, let's see, image 2, replace it. Okay, that's too big. Hold on, that's too big. Make it smaller. 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 What I was thinking was something along the lines of this. A canteen. Have them drinking from a canteen. So, something similar to this. I own one. I own one, so it wouldn't be that difficult. Because I could literally just, like, hold it in front of my screen and just draw an outline of it. If I really wanted to. But I was thinking either, like, a water bottle, a glass of water is a good idea. Or, like, a canteen, sort of like the one I just posted. Or I just showed. That's sort of the idea. Also, apologies to anyone watching the VOD, because you're not going to have music for this. But what if we had something like this, right? Water, like the canteen's there. He's like holding it. Actually, he'd have one arm like that, one arm like this, maybe. He'd be holding the canteen and he'd be going, yummy water. Something like that, I think, would be pretty good. Let's see. All right, get rid of that. Get that out of here. I do have a canteen. I could literally go grab the canteen, and it wouldn't be that hard because it's only like 3 colors, 3 maybe 4 colors. Let's see. Hold on, let me just scoot over. Canteen acquired. Hey. Let's see. So let's say, let's see, what thickness do we want? What thickness did I use? Did I use 8 pixels or 5 pixels? I think I used 5. Okay, so let's say his mouth is here. All right. Yeah. He's so happy. He's so happy. I love him. All right, so let's say his mouth is there. How to begin with this? The problem is that because Roybin is gray, and the canteen is also, like, metallic, doing the very start is going to be a little bit difficult. Because we need, like, a proper silver color. What would... Actually, what would be a good metallic-esque color? Would it be like a light bluish white? No, not really. Hold on, what's a... I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Okay, you can in fact not see me trying to adjust the color. That's kind of annoying. Hold on. How is... Let's see. Let's say he's holding it like this. Honestly, you might not even be able to see the metal at this direction. It'd be kind of like a let's see. He's tilting it upwards. Let's say slightly like that. Ah, that looks bad. How's that? Okay. Personally, awful color. Change my mind. That's an awful color. I don't like that at all. Oh my goodness. Do we have a better... Oh, I could make it darker. Maybe that would fix it. Hold on. If I make this darker, how's that? Oh, nope. No. 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 All right, how about that one? Better, still not good. Better, still not good. All right, what if we make it lighter? How's that? Nope, still not it. Let's see. How about this? This is described as a tan. I mean, that kind of works. As long as it's a different color from the rest of Roiben, it should be all right. That's kind of what the goal is. Having it be a slightly different color. Okay, then we need brown. We need like a darker brown. Can I get a more of an orange? Okay, how's this? Let's see. The inner workings of my mind are an enigma. Alright, start from the bottom, make our way up. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, and we fill it in. There we go. Let's see, from where that is... He'd be drinking at a slightly downward angle, is my only concern. Let's see, do we have a good color? I mean, tan works. Tan will work. Let's see. Ah, damn it. Go back. Let's see. Bring it around. Looks okay. Okay, grab this. Make it slightly darker. Change it to 1 pixel. And it would be from here to here. No. How about this? I mean, it looks slightly better, but it's still not great. Put that there. Bring it around. We're trying to do the bottom one. The one down here is meant to be part of the screw. It's the threading for the cap. It's meant to be the threading for the cap. Looks alright. Looks okay. Again, we need 8. Actually, no, that'd be 9. 9 pieces of threading. Actually, threading. Actually, threading. 3, 4. Okay, 4 pieces of threading, and then at the bottom is 5 pieces of threading. 1. Actually, 2. Ah, dang it. Wait, hold on. Why don't I just take this one, start here, move it along, and what we can do is kind of cheat. So every 2 spaces, we separate it. But the issue is now we only have... I guess it doesn't really make that much of a difference. It can be 8 pieces of threading if we really want it to. Still doesn't look great. What could I do differently to try and make this look better? Okay. Here's an idea. We're gonna draw this at a slightly different angle. Okay, get rid of these. Get rid of that. These can stay. The threading can stay. Let's see, if he's drinking it like that, we need more of a sort of right angle. And then we cut across. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, make it 2. 1, 2, 1. And then at a slight increase, go across. I mean, that That looks pretty good to me. You know, the cap is the actual that is actually coming across pretty nicely. And then we can add more threading. There we are. Remove the one thing on the end. And that is pretty good. I mean, that looks all right. It's a little bit hard to tell exactly what it is. I could probably drag it over a little bit though. Hold on, let me grab this, drag it a little bit to the right. And then we take this color, get rid of those, and fill in that spot. All right, so we got like the cap portion pretty dang good. Looks all right in my opinion. Now we take this color, and now we need like a proper shiny silver. So we can actually just take the standard gray and just make it much lighter. Actually, how would I want to do this? Hold on, is this canteen gonna be too small? I don't think it'll be too small, but I could make it a little bit larger. Hold on, can I grab this and make it just a little bit? Ew. Okay, don't do that. Canteen's gonna be a little bit small, but I think that'll be fine. He's a little guy with a little canteen, you know? Makes sense to me. Yeah, let's see. All right, so the actual what is this? The actual like hook for the canteen would be placed right around. Oh, but that's like exactly the same color as Riben's fur. Oh, can I take this and make it lighter? Nope, it's still like the exact same color. Darn it! Dang it! All right, what if I take this and make it slightly brighter? No, it's still too similar of a color. Hold on. What if I make it... If this was a different program, you could have changed the dimension of the canteen without changing the proportions. Well, pros and cons of endless paint. You know how it is. Sometimes things are a little bit difficult. I need like a silver. Let's see, maybe if I go into the lavender. How does lavender look? Nope. Not doing that. Okay. Take a light gray. You know what? This might... That's the exact same. Here's where things get a little bit difficult. A light gray. Okay. Can I make this a more noticeable color? I guess I can make it darker, and maybe that would fix it. Let's see. So, if I can get a good look at this. Bing, bang, pop, bing. Bring it up. And this would cut across. Be a little bit thicker in the center. I guess we can make it thicker on both sides. Let's see. Bring it around right there. And I will take a lighter color and have it cut through. Take the brown, make it darker, and hole. I mean, I guess it kind of works. But the strap for the canteen, the actual canteen strap itself, goes off in this direction. It would go off in that direction. Which I guess wouldn't be too difficult to do with what we currently have. We just have to do a little bit of a shift in general direction. Actually, it would go off in this direction, probably fold back a little bit. Let's see, how is... Let's say 4 thick. And then we'll mimic it on the right side. Ah, damn it. Go back. Go back. Okay. Yeah, we'll mimic it a little bit on the left. Okay, copy this. Take that. All right, how does this look? Too much of a curve. Too much of a bend. Okay, that kind of fixed it. Honestly, that actually did a pretty good job at fixing it. Okay, let's see. Where's the... Grab you. Make it a slightly different shade of brown. We'll go with a lighter shade. Let's see, and we will have a... Okay, too much. Okay, this is a leather strap that is meant to hold down the canteen strap. A leather loop meant to hold down the strap to prevent it from bending off in a crazy angle like it's kind of doing. Okay, let me take this, and we will have it continue. Because the leather strap goes all the way around the cap. Goes all the way around the cap. So what we could do is have this go around. Then we just have to kind of thicken it up a little bit. Alright, how is that? That kind of works. It kind of works. It's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too thick. I mean, it looks better. Then we can take the leather loop, extend it a little bit. And that actually is pretty accurate. That actually, you know what? That actually doesn't look bad. That is actually surprisingly accurate to what the canteen actually looks like. I mean, the loop, it looks like the loop is going with the strap off the canteen when it is supposed to be connected to the loop that goes around the cap. So if I do a little bit of rework, and we grab this guy, bring him down, kind of like this. Too much. Put that right there. Now we take this one. We're not going to have it bend off to the side too much. Okay, that actually looks pretty solid. That actually looks pretty good. Now we just need to figure out what we want to do with the bottom of it. We could have it loop around like such. But at the angle he's supposed to be drinking it at, it's gonna be at a funny angle. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. It's gonna be at a really funny angle at this point. And let's see. So it would fall behind the cap. It would fall behind the actual, like, mouthpiece of the canteen. Let's see. It kind of works. Now we just need to do the background, which would be like a dark brown. Put that there. Like so. That worked. Oh, that worked. That actually works quite nicely. All right, you know what? Looks all right. But here's the thing, though. Here's kind of the catch. We're going to have to do this, like, twice. And you might ask yourself, why would we need to do it twice? Well, it's quite simple, because there's going to be one... What is this? What is this? Opacity? Is that a new thing? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's weird. I've never seen that before. But... Okay, so here's the plan, right? So anytime someone does hydrate or dihydrate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press a key. One for when you're speaking and one for when you're not, I guess. Exactly. So when I drink water, when I'm not talking, he's going to have the canteen up to his mouth. When I do talk, he's going to have the canteen... I was thinking he'd have, like, the canteen, like, I don't know, like, down here, right? And he's gonna, like, be holding it with his hand. And that's when he's gonna talk. But now that I think about it, it might actually be better and might be easier if we just move the canteen slightly in this direction. If we just move the canteen over here instead of at his mouth, it would be way easier and far less time consuming. I suppose as long as we're here, we could get the next easiest step out of the way. The next easiest step being the actual strap itself that goes down the canteen. Put that there, put this here, put that right there. You need to have the water you drink to be audible at that point, though. That could be hard. Listen, you're just gonna have to take my word for it that I'm drinking water. All right, let's see. So what we need is for this to kind of come down in. Let's see if it's held up like this, it would be in roughly. Oh my goodness, the size of this is going to be so skewed. And let's see, that's about right there. So it should come out to right around here. Okay. That's roughly the length of the canteen strap. So from here down to here, from here down to right around here. And then we can fill it in. Ah, dang it. Let's see. Put that there, put this here. It doesn't really bend, is the thing. You'd think it would have like a slight bend in it, but looking at my canteen, it doesn't actually bend at all. It's literally just a straight line. I mean, that really makes things easier, I guess, but at the same time, it's kind of weird to look at. There's also no really good way to present this as being 3D. Hold on, I have an idea. Take this. Yes, it's a straight line. However, what we could do is get the eraser tool, actually have a slight bend towards the bottom. There we go. The bottom's gonna have a little bit of a bend in it. This actually loops around. You're not gonna be able to see it because we haven't actually done the canteen itself yet. We're just doing the leather straps. Let's see. This comes out a little bit, and then we get the funny little plug thing. I don't know what's up with mine. My one's funky and bends in a weird direction. I don't know what's up with it. But it kind of goes in a slightly upward direction. Let's see. Kind of like that. But that looks weird. Unless you'd want to make the canteen face forward, meaning we'd see only the back of the canteen and some of its side. Well, that was the original plan. That was kind of the original plan, was to have, like, the bottom of the canteen faces towards everyone. And that's what I was originally doing up here. But then when I did the leather strap, it was kind of at a weird angle. Speaking of weird angles, something about this thing just doesn't look... It just doesn't look right. Hold on. Okay. It bends upwards. And then, let's say 1 pixel in either direction. And now we try to make a cap. Hold on. Let me take this color, make it darker to represent the bottom of the thing. This will make it easier to judge where it should be. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Okay. That'll be the bottom of the little plug thing. Which means I can set it up kind of like this. Okay, that looks better. That does look better. Still not great, but better. Okay. And then we'll still have the gap there because the leather doesn't actually go that far. The leather would actually bend like right there. Okay, that's fine. Now we take the dark to represent the inside of the bend, and we place it here, here, and here. Actually, that should be fine. And now we have to work on the actual canteen itself, which should be easy because it's 1 color with a couple of dark spots mixed in. That'll be like the general that'll be the general color of it. We'll also have to do the cap at some point because the cap would be hanging like right here. That's where the cap would be. So we need like a leather band there to hold the cap in place. Let's see. Is there any stitching on the main leather piece? No. The only stitching is up here. Let's see. At the angle, it's so weird because at the angle this is currently rested, the angle this currently looks like it's at, it's almost like you'd be able to see the inside of the canteen. It's at such a skewed angle. I'm not really happy with it right now. All right. We'll worry about that later. Let's just try to get the canteen itself. So, what would I even describe this color as? It's not a brown. It's more like a grayish tan. So I guess it would be in this general area. We'd also have to make it a bit lighter. Okay, how's this? Is that right? It's close. It needs to be a little bit more brown. Drag it a little bit to the right. All right, how's that? Okay, that's actually super close. That's actually really close. All right, let's see. Now, the start of the canteen would be around here. The bottom of the canteen would be obviously right here. So now, we need to take a bend, drag it from here to here. And now we gotta figure out how to do this angle. Let's see. It's there. I'm kind of eyeballing this right now. The top angle is going to be at a much more obtuse angle than the bottom one. Because the top angle, you got to bear in mind, the leather strap here is incredibly skewed to one side. So while the top is going to be at this angle, which is rather small, it's not a very big hill if you were to think of it as a hill. The bottom one is going to be quite large. And it would begin... It'd probably begin like right around here. And it would end right around here as well. This is going to be almost like a half circle. This is going to be almost like it's almost going to be a half circle. I'll show you from there to here. And then... I'm literally holding the canteen in front of my face to try and, like, guesstimate roughly what the angle would be. Oh my goodness, I can't freaking see it, man. It's almost like holding a canteen in front of my face is like blocking my vision or something, and now I can't see where the lines are. You do have the real thing on you? Yes, I've said it before, I do reenacting. So if I have all this equipment literally on me. Can I scroll down, please? Thank you. Yes, this is literally a one-for-one recreation of my personal canteen. Or at least I'm trying to do it. It is shockingly difficult. Alright, you know what? Alright, get out of here. I imagined it was similar, not the same one. No, this is literally a one-for-one recreation of mine. And let's see. You know what? We're gonna like cut out the middleman. Instead of doing the whole thing, we're going to do half of it. Alright, where's the pencil tool? Let's see. That's there. It'd be roughly around here. Actually, that one goes there. This one goes roughly here. And that's how I do all of my stuff. Like the Feld. What, you think I just copied my Feldmuts off of a picture? No, I literally held it. You think I copied this thing off of an image? No, I literally held it in my hand. I held my one in my hand. Okay, let's see. That should be good, roughly. Oh my goodness, it's such a fat thing. All right. So from here to here. Like so. And... let's see. If I hold it like this, it's almost like a straight line, actually. Let's see. Drag it out a little bit. Drag it out a tiny bit. This piece is almost like a straight line, so that's actually that's actually really easy. It's the next portion that we're probably gonna have a little bit of trouble with. Let's see. You to here. Let's see, and I can always try and fix it in post if this starts to be a bit of an issue. Let's see, you to you, down and down, and lastly you to you. This is where we get the weird angles. Okay. Alright, come on, Tubby. Alright, that okay, apart from some really funky corners, not too bad. Now, let's see if we can smooth these out a little bit. Let's see, you from here to here, let's say. Put that there. And then from here to here, let's say. Like that. Okay. Ah, dang it. Alright, where's the opening? There it is. Boonk. You know, that looks pretty close. Does the shape change based on where the water is positioned? No, actually, it is an aluminum can. It is an aluminum canteen. My one actually has a giant dent in it. But no, it's not like a water balloon. It doesn't change with the water inside of it. It is a solid aluminum canteen with a fur covering on it and a leather strap. Let's see. And for some finer details, actually, grab you. Come over here. You. There we are. Fence around it. Grab this. Finish that up. Little bit of fine tuning, if you will. And then the second loop would actually probably fall off right around here. Boom. Boom. Let's see. There we are. The shape looks good. Thank you. Danka danka. I try my hardest. Let's see. This one has a giant. This one would have a hole in it. Here we are. Might make it a little bit, maybe bigger. Oh my goodness. If I wanted to stop the music, I would have paused it myself. Stop asking me if I'm still there. Actually, put that like so. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that looks alright. That looks okay. We can do a little bit of fine tuning again. That looks alright. Shape is good. Color is roughly accurate. What we could do if we really want to, make it a little bit darker. And spam a bunch of dark spots on it. Because again, it's like a fur liner. Or like a canvas liner. So it's not gonna be just like all one color, and sadly I don't have a tool to like slightly make the colors different. Although that would be pretty neat. Let's see. Take this. What happens if I take this and drag it down? But I don't... The issue is I don't think that would make very much sense. I don't think that would make very much sense since... It wouldn't make very much sense because... With the way he's holding it, you wouldn't really be able to see... Actually, no, you'd be able to see the bottom slightly. You'd be able to slightly see the bottom of the canteen strap. So I guess that would be fine to leave as is. Actually, this doesn't look all that great. All right, put that there. Put that there. How's that? Honestly, why not just fill up this entire area? Looks better. Honestly, we could take this. Take this section here. Drag it out. There we go. Drag it out one space. take this. And there we go. Wait, hold on. Click, clack. Eraser. There we go. Honestly, that looks pretty good. Looking at this from a distance, this angle is still quite weird. That is still quite bizarre to look at. It's because there's these random spots where it's like 2 space instead of 1 space. All right, how's that? And looks a little bit better. Probably put in a space there. Looks better. Let's see. Anything else we wanna touch up on? We could add some. Could add a little bit of threading down here. Could add a little bit of the threading. Yeah, but there wouldn't really be much of a point, would there? Actually, no. No, wait. That actually looks all right. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Threading, yay or nay on the left? I think it looks okay. It looks passable. But I want a second opinion on this one. Let's see. As long as we're here. Hold on. I want to save this real quick. Let's see. Like more than this? Or as is? Would you prefer it if there was or was not the stitching on the left side of the leather around the cap? Let's see. This will be PNG drinking. Actually, no, that's not right. Let's see. PNG not talking. Drinking. Save. There we go. As is good. Okay, awesome. Fantastic. Glad to hear it. Let's see. Now for the final touch-ups. Let's see. With the angle this is currently residing at, would we see the brown buttons? Barely. But I guess we should probably get the brown buttons. Let's see. Grab that, make it dark. What color would these even be? These are supposed to be like a brass color, right? I ask as if you would know. Kind of. It would be like a slightly brass color, but it would be like a dark brass. Let's see. That'd be more like a brown. And let's see. What about this? Might work. This might work. Okay, so at the angle this is residing, we would have one button. We'd have 4 buttons to deal with. One button that would be residing up here. One button that would be residing around here. Another button that would be around here. And lastly, a button that would be down here. Roughly. You won't be able to see much of the buttons. So we could probably be best to do... Oh, these buttons are actually kind of big. As long as we're here, we'll be able to touch up here. Be able to see a little bit of the tin can underneath. Doing a lot of fine tune-ups here. That really really don't matter. Okay, grab this, make it darker, and we would have a little bit of a place where the fabric overlaps. Because the way this works is it's just one big piece of fabric that like loops, that wraps over itself, and these buttons hold it in place. Is this like Windows 11 Paint? I mean, it's MS Paint. Am I on Windows 11? Probably. I think I am. But yeah, this is literally MS Paint. It's going pretty well. The canteen's coming along very well. I'm actually quite impressed with how well this is going. I didn't think it was gonna be this well. And let's see, bring it down. Bring this one down, and you'd be able to see this one a bit better than the other ones. We'll put it like that. Hello, Goblin. Probably should have started with that, but oh well, too late now, I guess. Here we are. Do they update MS Paint? I don't know, but I swear the opacity wasn't here before. I don't know what this is or why it's here. If I just have 0, it just doesn't exist. I mean, it's a cool tool. Will I ever actually use it? Probably not. But if I do, it'll be really useful. She put it like that. MS Paint isn't like that, but I'm on Windows 10, so maybe it's Windows 11 version. Probably. I guess that makes sense. I think I am on Windows 11, because Kermit helped me get my PC set up. I feel like he'd know. Let's see. How would I want to do this? I mean, it looks all right. I think it looks okay. But I don't like this bottom one. It's so hard. It is so hard to make it look like a circle when you're at a right angle like this. It's not easy, man. Why do they make this so difficult? I guess I could cut that off. Oh, that doesn't look good either. Put that back. Why do they make this so difficult? Shouldn't you make a button pop out? I guess it does a little bit, but it's pretty flush with the canvas on it, like it's shooting at. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's really, the buttons are actually very flush with the canvas, so it doesn't actually pop out that much. I guess I could make it pop out a little bit. See. Yeah, that doesn't look great. Okay, that looks okay. Let's see. Okay, too much. Okay, that looks fine. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. If we put it like that, it looks okay, I guess. Let's see, and you. Huh. Yes. Put it like that. Put it like that. Put an extra piece of canvas there. Bring that down. Okay, how does that look from a distance? Looks okay. I don't like that corner. I don't like this corner. All right, you, be gone. Okay, now how does it look? Better. That looks better. You also go. All right, how does that look from a distance? You know, from a distance, that actually doesn't look bad. That actually looks pretty good. Good job, team. And let's see. Now we need to... There are two last things we need to do. Firstly, cap. The cap itself needs to be, like, dangling. I know I mentioned this earlier. Cap is going to be, like, dangling down here somewhere, right? Cap goes down here. And we also need to make the mouth, which is going to be a little bit difficult because I kind of, I don't really have the colors for his mouth at the moment. I'd have to go grab those. Let's see. Get rid of that. But let's start off with first things first. Let's get the cap in here. So the cap dangles with the hook. And let's see if I actually rotate this. Although, with the way you'd actually... That's cap, bro. Although with the way you'd actually hold the canteen. Normally you hold the cap against the canteen with your fingers. So you wouldn't actually be able to see it. Although, I don't know, with the way you'd be holding this, because right now you have the front of the canteen facing you, but normally when you drink out of this, you'd actually have the back facing outwards. So Royman's actually holding this at a really weird angle. He's actually holding this really weirdly. Although, I guess it's not impossible for him to be holding the cap with his thumb. If he had a thumb. I don't know if Royman has a thumb. I don't think he has opposable thumbs. We might not actually have to do the cap. We might not actually have to do the cap. Although that does really... but it really depends on how big his hands are. How do I want him holding this? How's he supposed to hold this with rat paws? Oh my goodness, the questions of life. I mean, I guess he could hold it with one, but So Goblin, you weren't here for it, but I kind of wanted to do something where he's like holding the canteen with like two hands, right? Some cute little thing where he's holding it with two hands like this. The issue is that with the way he's facing, his left arm would be way over here, and his right arm would be like right here. Meaning I'd have to do some like serious like arm extension stuff to get him to actually hold the cam properly. So we might have to do this with just one hand. And not only that, it would be with his left hand, actually. Unless I did a pro gamer move. Hold on. What if? Pro gamer move. Whoop. Ah! 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 Oh, go back! Oh, go back! I didn't want to see that again. Oh, jeez. We are never doing that again. Oh, holy shit. Oh, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. What happened? Oh my goodness, I don't want to do it again. Oh my goodness, I'm actually gonna throw up. Oh, I'm actually gonna throw up. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm not doing that again. I hope you saw, because that was the worst thing I think I've ever done in my life. Oh, I'm never doing that again. Okay, oh my goodness, he looks so weird when he looks to the left. Oh my goodness, I look, you're probably thinking like, oh, he's doing a funny bit where he like throws up, but you'd think I'd be doing a funny bit for that. No, I actually almost threw up looking at that. Holy shit, dude, that was disgusting. Ugh. Okay. Well. Oh, okay. I want to vote here. I want to vote here between you two. Should I do a rat paw? How should I do the hand? How should I do the hand? Because I'm not having him do this like telekinetically. Okay, he's not drinking water with telepathy or whatever. He's gonna have some kind of a hand, and I wanna vote on like what kind of a hand we should do, or at least like suggestions I want thrown out. How do we want to do the hands? Do we want to just do like rat paws, or do we want to do something silly, funny? Put extra the hand formation ahead for the left. I guess that is true. I could have the arm like here. Hey, be sure to drink lots of water. Let's see. I could have the arm there. But with the color of the fur, you'd think that his arm would be over here. But I guess it would work fine if his hand was here. And then I'd also be able to do the cap hanging down here. This requires delicate work and precision. All right. Let me see if I can bring up a ad break ends. Oh wait, that's a good thing. For a second right there, I thought the ad was starting. I was about to be very distressed. Let's see. Do I have my ads? Come back. No. Let's see. What do we got here? Wait a minute. Wait, rats have 5 fingers? Wait a minute. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Go back. Can I steal this image? Can I steal this image? Hold on. Open image in new tab. Okay, save image. Rat paw. Here we go. Save that. Close it. Okay. Look. Where's image 2? Oh yeah, for reference. Let me scroll up a little bit. Zoom out a little bit. This is, in case if you are unaware, this is the, hold on, let me drag it a little bit further. This is the canteen that we are trying to recreate. Specifically my canteen, which is a little bit different than the one that we have there. Colors are similar, straps look fairly similar. Everything looks pretty alright, all things considered. You can hold things with their hands. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hold on. Let me swap the images really quickly. Actually, browse. There we go. Rat paw. Oh, it's so small. Okay, what I'm thinking, right, is something like this. Because apparently this is a rat paw. Why does it have bumps? Well, I'm not sure what you mean. But hold on, let me look back at it. Why does it have bumps? Oh, that's just the felt like getting stretched outwards. That's just the felt getting stretched a little bit. Mine actually has quite a few bumps on it, but I neglected to actually put that in. Because the felt's not like a perfect fit to the canteen, so there's a little bit of free space. But anyways, I'm thinking we have him holding the canteen kind of like this, right? Kind of like that, right? He's got one hand holding it there, the other hand holding it the other way. This entire time, I was planning on doing like almost like a dog paw type deal, where it was gonna be like 3 fingers holding on one side, 3 fingers holding it on the other side. Rats actually have hands! How did I never know this? Why did nobody tell me? I have hands? Okay, so that's the plan. We're gonna have little rat hands holding the canteen. That is the plan. Let's see, how we gonna do rat hands is the real question though. How to do it? All right, bring that image back here. Where is it? Where is that image? Oh my goodness, I've never done rat hands before in my life. So it's like pink. I have pink hands with like gray fur. Okay, cool. Yeah, but online apparently they say those hands do not have opposable thumbs. We don't need opposable thumbs. Opposable thumbs are for the weak. Okay, so finger 1, finger 2, finger 3. How many fingers do we have? We got like a weird... I assume that's the left hand. I assume that's the left hand, which means this would be the right hand. Which means this would actually have the thumb. The thumb-looking thing would actually go... Is that the left hand or the right hand? Maybe that is actually the right hand. Or the left hand. And the thumb-looking thing... Maybe that is the right hand. And the thumb-looking thing on the bottom actually does go to the outside. And that little stump on the top is actually what would be the thumb, quote-unquote. These things are complex. Such a devious little creature. Anyways, get out of here. All right, other finger, go down here. Let's see, how do we want to do this? All right, let's start off with the most basic steps, okay? All of these fingers just need to go to roughly the same place, okay? So the thumb is much shorter than the other fingers, so it would probably be like around here or something, all right? This is just like a rough sketch of where the fingers would be. Because I don't know how much art you guys do in your spare time. Thumbs are shockingly hard. I don't know why thumbs are so hard. Let's see. So the hand, the fingers would meet roughly here. This is roughly the location that the hand would come together. All right, what about the thumb? Let's see. Something like this. Okay, so the thumb meets way down below. The thumb would be like way down here. Okay. Let's see. Put that like there. Put this like here. So the finger would be much shorter than it is. Okay, I got you. Let's see. Pink. How is that? Let's see. Remove image, transition. It's a start. Let's see, and with it where it currently is, the thumb would actually reach behind the canteen a little bit. It would slightly reach behind the canteen. So I guess that's a good sign. That's a good thing. Let's see, and it would meet... The thumb would meet the rest of the hand, like, way down here. Let's see. That, like, so... And... Let's see. That would be the hand itself. Okay. I think we roughly got it. Wait, hold on. Maybe the fingers are too long. Yeah, the fingers are too long. Okay. But let's try to get... let's say here and here, right? Cut that off, and boom. Okay, too much. Boom. Hand. Fingers are disgustingly long. But it's fine. We can fix that in post. Fix up the pinky. Let's cut it off around here. I'd say. Cut that off around here. Cut you off around here. Cut you off right around here. Bop. Very human-esque looking hands. That's all I have to say. No wonder they, like, experiment on rats. They are quite similar to humans, aren't they? Freakishly similar. Let's see, there we are. Little hands. Let's see, you. And make it like that. Alright, now the real question. What color do we want the arm to be? The hands are gonna be like pinkish with a little bit of like lighter gray fur. What do we want the arms themselves to be? Rat image made the first and fifth fingers so much smaller though. Did it? Oh, hold on. Yes. You're a bit correct there. Hold on, is it possible for me to cut the fifth finger more? Yeah. Actually, cut you off here. Alright, there we go. He's got little tiny hands. He's got little hands. And he doesn't... The thumbs can't really bend, so... We're gonna set these up in a roughly straight design. His little finger just goes straight. Although, in hindsight, if we want the thumb to try and hold the canteen... Oh my goodness, his hands are so small compared to the canteen. Holy shit, dude. His hands are so free. His hands are so small. Oh my goodness. Man, he's got tiny hands. Because here's the thing. When I hold my canteen, my fingers go out to like here, right? My fingers are like there. He's got tiny little hands. He's got such small little hands. He's got such little dainty hands. He's such a little guy. Oy. They're so small. How does he hold this? He uses two hands, duh. Isn't it obvious? Alright, but back to the question at hand. What color do we want his hands to be? Because I'm thinking, obviously, where his arms start, we're going to want it to be a different color than his chest. Obviously, the entire arm needs to be a different color from his chest. Let's see. Don't I have, like, an actual image of a rat just, like, laying around somewhere? Hold on. Let me go check. I think I have a rat laying around. I mean, I guess I could use, like, a black outline. That's what I'll do. That is what I'll do. Aha! I have an idea. We'll use a dark gray outline. Right? We'll use a dark gray outline, and that is how we will sort of separate it from the chest, despite it being a similar, if not the same color. We just need to take the next, like, 5 minutes to go around. And this will only be for sort of the arm portion. And let's see. Although I guess I could just cheat. I could just cheat and do something like that, right? Yeah, I'll do that. Hold on. We put it like that. Take the 1 pixel. Take the 1 pixel. Set it up like so. Boom. Actually, that looks good to me. Let's see. This, put it like that. Like so. All right. You know, it's a start. We'll probably do the top side. Because the top of the hand's going to have a little bit more bend to it than the bottom, right? The bottom can be straight. The top we'll have to do manually. Although it might be easier. It might be easier if we just do a couple of these. Here we are. Save a lot of time and effort. That looks weird. Actually, put it like that. Put this like here. Put that like that. Put this like here. That looks... Still looks kind of weird. Okay, put it here. There. And there. Perfect. I'd say that, you know what? That looks all right. And so you put it like so. And boom. You ever have that moment of realization? I could have just done the gray outline and I wouldn't have had to do the pink at all. Ah, come on, man. Okay. What to do about you now? We could make his entire hand like white. Nah, that doesn't look all that great. All right, the top of his hand should be white, right? So it would make sense. Hold on, let me double check. Okay, paw. All right, let's take a good look at this. All right, bottom of the finger, pink with a little bit of fur. Top, mostly white with a little bit of pink, right? So that's what we should go with. All right, white on the top, pink on the bottom. That's what we'll do. Let's see. Go in piece by piece. Yeah, that's fur. It's hair. It's fur. And let's see. Bring it around. And the outside will be pink. I got an idea. All right, we'll get to it in a second. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the pink and make it more grayish white. And that will be the outline. So that way it's a little bit pinkish while still having the fur there. This is what we will do. Whereas the top will be like straight white. Let's see, like that. This is what we have this tool for. We could... Yeah, we'll go with that. Leave it so. Then there's the gap. You know, why don't we just cut the fingers off? We'll cut the fingers off, and then we can just fill in the entire hand portion of the hand. Like the base of the hand. Then we go back to here. This is the plan. This is how things will be. Let it be written, so let it be done. Let's see, fill it in there, fill it in here, fit in like so. Oi. Alright, before we go too far, let's actually let's experiment a little bit with the color, right? We take the pink, and in order to get gray, so the higher the green and blue, the more gray it will look. Okay? So let's increase the green and the blue by, let's say, 40, right? So from 174 to 214, and from 201 to 241, all right? Then we save it, and we go back over here, and we fill it in, and now it's like a Now it is a lighter pink. It's sort of a whitish pink. Which actually doesn't look bad. That's actually quite nice. Actually, at this point I could, let's see, fill in the end. Fill in the end, fill in this, fill in that, fill in this, fill in that, fill in that. And now we go in with the pencil and we just do some fine tuning. All this to have a drinking emote. Well, not even an emote, to have a drinking PNG. Oh my goodness. And people wonder why it takes me hours to make stuff. Okay. From a distance. What do you think? What do you think? Still too pink? You think it should be more gray? I think the hand should be a darker color. Make it a little bit brighter. Now fill it in. Yeah, still a little bit too bright, I'd say. Oh my goodness, freaking YouTube is freaking doing its thing again. Heck, my Leben. If I wanted you to pause YouTube, I'd have paused it myself. You don't need to ask me every 5 videos if I'm still here. Please. Alright. Let's see. Thumb. Should probably have it on the inside, too. Let's see. Bring it around. Do we really need the outline for the fingers if the background's gonna be like a tannish? Do we really need that? Probably not. But for the the part that contrasts with the front fur, I guess we'll keep it. Let's see. You know, this song is not one that I would normally have ever listened to. Literally woke up to this song one day when my alarm went off, and I was like, you know what? This song's catchy. Let's see. How's that? I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. What if I have the arm? Hold on, let me... Black. Okay. Click and drag. Alright, what if I have the arm be the darker gray? What if it's the darker gray? I don't know, there's something so wrong about this. I think it's that the hand's too small. I think the hand's just too small. I think that's what the problem is. I mean, I guess I could have the thing be... Alright, I want some opinions on this. Come on, let me hear them. What do you think? You want it dark, light, or like its own unique like shade of white? Also, do you think the hands are too small? I think the hands might be too small. Let's see. Oh, man. Shit's too small, man. He's got tiny little rat hands. Because in my opinion, I think it actually looks okay being the same color as the front of him, like the underside. Right? I think that shade of color is actually okay. I still think the hands are too small. I don't know by hand, do you mean only the fingers? No, I mean like the entire hand seems a little bit too small. Like if you look at him from here, right? Look at how massive his head is, yet how teeny tiny his little hands are. Ryman the Rat, coming to foil my plans again. Bah. Someday I'll have a good Doofenshmirtz impression. Someday. But not today. I don't know, his hand seems a little bit small. Tell you what, I will finish tweaking the hands. I'll finish, oh man. Hold on. I'll finish tweaking the hands, putting the color in, and all that. And then we can decide, once that's done, if the hands need to be made bigger or not. Because I think the fingers are good compared to the rest of his hand. The hand is good right now if it was in its own, like, vacuum of space. The issue is the canteen is so much bigger than his hands. It's so much bigger. His hands are so tiny. It's really weird to look at. But that might just be me. Who knows? Maybe people find it very endearing. And I'm just being a fucking asshole. But I don't know that. I can't guarantee it. Actually, shove that in there. Shove this in here. And bing, bing, boom. That's alright. At least doing the bottom one, at least doing the last finger is gonna be pretty easy. But it's a fairly straight line. Okay, then we take the pink. Because the pink actually mends pretty well with the lighter fur for the hand. It merges surprisingly well. Let's see. Stick that there. There we are. Working for the weekend. I mean, it looks pretty good with the light pink. I think the collars really sort of complement each other. Actually, stick that there. Plus it doubles as sort of an outline. It doubles as sort of an outline for the canteen. Let's see. Seems alright. With his little tiny hands. His little itsy bitsy hand. I could probably add a nail though. He is a rat. Let me see if I can bring this up again. Let's see if I can angle this properly. Okay. So we have Roybin's hand, reference picture. Roybin's hand, reference picture. Something's off about it. I think I know what's wrong with it. I suck at drawing hands. Well, that's the first problem. But let's see. I think methinks, therefore I am. But I don't know. I think the little fingers are too close to the big fingers. And that's where one of my original complaints came in. I want to move this section of the hand further in. Hold on. Let me do some funky maneuvers here, okay? Let me grab that, drag it over here. Drag that over there. Then we can grab this. We grab this. We drag it in a couple of pixels. This is very fine maneuvering, by the way. Very, very fine stuff. Let's see. Fill that in. Fill that in. Okay, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Fill that in. Fill this in. Take this over here. Take this over here and put it back. Let's see. There we are. Let's see. So this would actually be basically entirely encompassed by the back, right? So this finger wouldn't be here anymore. That finger wouldn't be here anymore. Let's see. Put that there. Take this, fill it in. Take this, fill it in. Take this, fill it in. Take this. Connect the metaphorical bridge. Boom, 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 boom. Bing, bang. Too much. Bing, bop, zoop, zop. Okay, now he's got a much better grip on it. He's got a bit of a better grip on it. I want to bring the fingers back down, though. His fingers should be lower. Or I could cheat. That's a phrase I say quite often. I'm going to be honest. I could cheat. If we bridge the fingers up here, then all we have to do is copy the ends. Actually, copy, paste, right? Actually, so that's really about the same length, actually. Let's see. We can fit it in. The end of this finger will be here. The end of this finger will be... The end of this finger will be... Okay, can I delete that? Okay, paste. Ah, dang it, broke it. Alright, back. Moral of the story is we're gonna extend the fingers by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. That should be okay. Actually, get rid of you. Take the pink. Actually, pink. Put that there. Take the brown. Put it there. Okay, so this is roughly 2 to 3 pieces. Roughly 2 to 3 thick. If we put it like this, might be a little bit too much, but it should do. We'll extend the fingers a little bit. This will make his hand appear bigger, as well as fix the issue with the issue with the fingers not lining up properly. He's got his little rat paws. Let's see. Then we go pink, 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 pink. Loads of pink. Little rat hands. There we are. I mean, it looks weird, but it looks weird because... It looks weird because this is what rat hands actually look like. It looks, I keep hitting the... keep clicking the right mouse button. I'm not even clicking the right mouse button. My mouse just does that randomly. Fucking weird. It doesn't look weird. You know? I'm glad you think that. It makes me feel better. Let's see. Put it there. Well, we'll do a little bit of extra fine-tuning, and we should be in a good spot to start on the second hand. Let's see. Maybe the fingers are a bit smaller, though. I could see maybe like in the image you used. Hold on, let me bring up the reference photo. And let's see. How is... Boom. Okay, so the bottom finger could be at a bit of a wider angle. I think the top finger is fine. I think the bottom finger could be at a bit of a more of an angle. Like almost perpendicular with the bottom of the canteen. I bet the thumb would be behind the canteen if you want the hand like that, though. Maybe. Maybe. Because if we're having him hold the canteen with two hands, he might not need the thumb, like a thumb behind the canteen. So maybe we could have the other finger in front. We could do that. We could. That's not actually, that might not be a bad idea. But I'll tell you what, before we do that, we're going to fix the finger on the right. We're going to fix this finger. We're going to have it at a much wider angle, probably along the bottom of the canteen. But once that is done, we will move on to the next hand. Depending on how the other hand looks, we will then decide what to do with the thumb. Let's see. It's going to be perpendicular. Let's see. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that will be the end of the finger. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more, and boom, boom. Okay. Now we clear all this out. Actually, no, wait, you stay. Not you, you stay. Okay, let's see. Clear these out a little bit. Clear this out a little bit. That finger seems a little bit thin. We'll expand it outwards by 1 and see if that fixes the small finger issue. There we are. Now we take this and we fill in the thumb. Then we take the pink. Then we take the pink. And we actually bring it around to do the outside. It'll do the outside of the top and some of the bottom. Let's see. Wait, go back. There we go. Can you tell I am a high-quality artist? See, let me take this, fill it in. I don't know, there's something off-putting about this part right here. Oh yeah, because it's not all gray. That's right. Okay, there we go. If we set it up like that, it looks a little bit better. We'll do a little bit of a sneaky, breaky camouflaging techniques. And people will never notice the transition from the pink being the outline to the gray being the outline. No one will ever notice. Yeah, people probably won't notice. Or comment on it. It'll be fine. Unless... Oh, we could just do that. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. You know, I think this finger is mostly done. We could probably do like a fingernail. Let's see. All right, what color would you say the nails are? Like a kind of like a yellowish, maybe. Ad break ends in 56 seconds. I fucking hate ad breaks. These things fucking suck. I hate them. Ugh. Bah. Whatever. I describe it more as like a, I don't know, maybe like a whitish yellow. I can't really tell. It's kind of small. Perhaps a brownish white, maybe? Not quite sure. Yeah, like a brownish white. Not a brownish white, like a brownish gray, maybe. A bit of a white tip. Hold on, don't I have this? Oh, where's the image in my folder? The image on the screen is too small. It's hard to tell. Let's see. Images, pictures. Where is it? Where is the rat paw? There it is. Rat paw. Actually, enhance, zoom in. I can't tell what color that's supposed to be. I guess I can do like a brownish gray. I can't really tell what color that's supposed to be. Anyone else? Can anyone else tell? Let's see. Hold a message for allow a post to chat. Allow. There we go. You're lucky you're lucky I'm looking at the stream manager. So I can allow that message. I don't know about the nails. If we're simulating the human ones, so you could go for a clear pink, and for the part outside the finger, you could go for the gray of your of your fur. Okay, I guess we could go for more like a pink. I don't know, but with the way the image is, it's kind of like a weird looking brown. Anyways, get those off the screen. We're going back to arting. We're going back to art. Okay, what about? No. No. Maybe. Should we make it like lighter, more of like a brownish white, like a lightish brown, kind of like that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Honestly, I'm of the opinion that we might just not want to have fingernails. Maybe we should just not have fingernails. An artistic design choice to not have fingernails for the rat. I think this might be our best course of action. Because if we add the nails, then it's probably gonna look weird. It's gonna be like, ah. Tell you what. Nail. It'd probably come out to here. Let's see. Nail. Boom, boom. It's alright. Considering the hand is so small, maybe it's better to omit the nails. Yeah, looking at this from a distance, let's say I'm gonna have to say no to the nail idea. We're gonna shoot that down right now. Let's see. Got the tin. All right, now we need to work on the other hand. But now this begs the question, where does the other hand come into play? Because we're pretty close to the side of the body. So we could have the other hand like here. Could have the other hand there. We really wanted. Well, I guess we could do it at an angle. It'd probably be better to have the arm in front of him instead of coming around the side. Because we could have it coming around the side, or we could have it coming from the front. Between the two, I'm not sure which one would be better. Maybe it would be better to have it coming around the outside. That way he can, like, have his hand... He can have his hand on the bottom of the canteen. So the right hand... Well, from our perspective, it's left, but it would be his right hand. His right hand holds up the canteen while the other one pushes it to his mouth. I think that would be really cute. I think that would be adorable. That'd be like the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Let's see, so... How long would this be? Each finger is roughly... Let's see, one by one. I wish you told me how many pixels were in this. That would really make my life easier. Well... I'm trying to do mental math right now. Wait a minute. Flip. Can I flip that? Darn it. Wait, what did I... If that didn't flip, what did flip? Nothing? Probably for the... I hope nothing flipped. That would have been awkward. All right. Okay. Bring you down. Like so. That's roughly the same length as that finger. And let's say this is the top finger. It would be roughly... I'd want it to be like roughly here. Let's see. That would be finger 1. Let's see. That would be good. Now we draw one that is similar, but drag it down a little bit. This will be finger number 2. Now we do another finger, drag it down a little bit more, and this will be finger number 3. Let's see, and then we do another finger, roughly the same size, but a little bit shorter. And we want it to be at an angle like such. And this one goes down... Let's see, put it down here, I'd say. Put it right around there. And now, let's see, bring this to here. Bring these across. Bring that down. But it will it'll cut off the strap a little bit. It'll cut off the bottom strap a little bit, and I don't really want to do that. Let's see. That like that. Fill in. Well. Ugh. The questions of an artiste. Okay, let's grab this. We'll drag it up a little bit. Drag it up a little bit. Delete you. Grab this. Put it here. We'll move the strap up a little bit. And that'll give us space to do hand things. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll do my best to keep some kind of space here. Okay, that's like the skeleton of his hand, right? And this will be right around here, I'd say. Set it up like so. And then here to here. And we want to do it in a very similar manner. Okay, too much. Okay. This way. And so. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Boop. Let's see, that hand will go behind again. Now we need to do the fingers. Let's see, finger size, it'll be 5 thick. This is what we're going for. Actually, put that there. Put you here. Put this one here, lastly. That like that. And here. Left hand is a little bit questionable right now, but you know, I guess it looks okay as of right now. We'll fill in some of the pink outline, and hopefully it'll look all right. Let's see. Why does this one look so much different? I think it's just the pink outline. We'll fill in the pink and see what happens. I'm hoping it'll be all right. I'd be really sad if it looked bad. Actually, I probably should have saved at some point. Oh, well, it's too late now. Let's see here. Back to one size. Okay, fine. I'll just do it one bar at a time. Because it doesn't want to fit. Here we are. Looks all right. You know, I'd say things are coming along quite well. Things are actually going well. Here we are. Couple final touches, and I think we should be good. On 1 out of the 4... 1 out of the 4 frames that we need for this. That is right. We are only 1/4 of the way done. That's actually kind of a lie. We are a little... We're like a little under halfway done. Because all we gotta do is, like, move the canteen, and that'll be, like, another large chunk of the work done. The easy part is just making him blink. All right, that's the easy part, because we can just copy that from any other image where he's blinking. Let's see. The issue... Put that there. The main issue is figuring out what to do with the canteen when I have to talk. Let's see. Put that like there. Okay, bottom finger's too long. I can already see that bottom finger's way too long. Okay, there's our first issue. Boom, boom, boom. That there. Let's see. Like that. Boom, 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 boom. And now we fill it in with dark gray. Tap it off with some pink. Okay, go back. Alright, that looks alright. Alright, what does this look like from a distance? Oh! Ugh. Okay, should have made the arm lower. Got it. Okay, cool. Fortunately, that's an easy fix. Oh, that's yeah. Okay. Good news, this is an easy fix, okay? In fact, this is probably the easiest fix that's going to be done all day. We just need to clear this out and we can redo the arm. The arm was at way too high of an angle. If he were flying a plane, he would have passed out from gravitational forces, okay? Way too sharp. All right, let's try this again with that. Okay, let's try having it go way down here. We want it to be roughly the same as the arm over here. Let's see. How is that? That's a much more... Let's describe it as a manageable turn. All right, how's that? Wow. Ugh. How is that? You know, not great. Not great, not terrible. Still definitely needs improvement. Okay, go back. Back. What if we have it at more of a this angle? A bit more of a this angle, if you will. We still want his hand. We still want his arm to be a bit fat. He has little pudgy arms. Let's see. Actually, that looks about right there. Keep going. Pushy. And boom. There's something so weird about that. I mean, it's right. It's supposed to look like that. But there's something so weird about it. There's something just so weird about it. You know what? I think we should try the other idea where we have the arm start off in the front. Actually, try you out. Try starting off here. Okay, and you go over here. How's that look? I mean, I think it looks a little bit better. I think it looks a little bit better. Yeah. Let's see. Here we are. Put it there. Fill it out. It's so weird. It's because of the pinky thing. You expect that to be like the thumb. Which I think is what's so off-putting about it. I think I might have made the thumb too small on this guy. It almost looks like he doesn't have a thumb. Actually, what could I do about that? I could try dragging... I could try dragging the leather strap up even more. If we drag the strap up a little bit more... Here we are. That gives us more space to work with the thumb. Which then lets us do that. We can delete these. Grab you. Fill it in. I think I see a little bit of what's wrong with it. Because it looks like the canteen would actually go like this. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I mean, that looks better. Still not a fan of the arm. Still not a huge fan of the arm. Let's see. Let's try making it a little bit wider, maybe. All right, how's that? It's hard to tell, but I think it looks a little bit better. Hold on, I have a pencil for this. Okay, too much. Put it like that. Put you like so. I think this might be okay. I keep saying that, but this time, chat, I'm serious. I think it might actually be alright this time. I think we have it. Actually, put it like that. Boop, pop, beep, boop. Actually, you know what? Just leave it. Leave it as is. There we go. All right. I mean, it's better. His wrist is still kind of fucked up over here. Okay, go back. Grab the dark gray. Put it there. And boom. Perfect. Let's see. She fill it in. And with a little bit of pizzazz, it still doesn't look great. Hold on. I think I might have a solution for this. Okay, grab this. Okay. Bear with me. Fill it in. Make the gray slightly lighter. Drag it. Actually, make it even slightly lighter. Like so. And fill it in. I mean, it looks... It's less distracting now. It's a little bit less distracting. I still hate that angle. There is something wrong with his arm. And I feel really, really bad about it. Oh, that looks painful. I think it's where the hand is. I think that's what the problem is. Ugh. We could try making it a little bit wider. Let's see. Like so. I can't quite put my finger on it. There's something off-putting about it. I can't quite put my finger on it. But first things first, we're gonna like blend this a little bit better. See if we can blend this a little bit better. So it's not nearly as noticeable when the colors change. I don't really have a blending tool. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Let's see. Back. There we are. One more should do it. If only I could, like, even slightly see the difference. But I can't really see... I can't really see much of anything, I'm gonna be honest. There is such a minute, minuscule, unimportant difference in, like, the last gray. I can't see where I'm clicking. Alright. Alright. Trying my best to blend it. And how is that? I mean, if you don't look too closely, it looks all right. Ew, that's not pretty, is it? All right. Well, what if we take this, make it a teeny tiny bit brighter, lighter, and then we stick this inside of where the colors are mixing. There we are. That's better. It's all right. That should be fine. Little pink hands. Hey. All right. I'd say that looks all right. This entire VOD is just going to be repeating to myself. You know what? This looks all right. This looks okay. Good job, everyone. We did it. Alright, I think we should bring out the final finishing touches, and we'll be good to go. So all we need to do is have the cap hanging down, which shouldn't be too terribly difficult. It is just some leather and a hook. Shouldn't be too terribly difficult. And just get eyeball it a little bit, and we'll be fine. Let's see. At least the hands are okay. I'm not crazy about them, but you know, you can't be crazy about everything. Yeah, let's see. Cap comes down to roughly. Strap only really reaches down to button number 1. Let's see, so that'll go about there. Then we get the lighter brown. Here we are. Pop, 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 pop. Tick, 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 duh. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'd be better as a like model, one of those like model guys, rather than an actual like painter. Pixel art is fine. I'm okay at pixel art, but I'd say I'm a bit better at like building stuff than I am at painting stuff. Let's see. How's that? Looks alright. Like that. Just like here. It's a little bit hard to tell what's actually supposed to be going on, but take my word for it, we're almost there. Here we are. Bring it around. Like so. We just need to do the hook, and we need to do the cap. Let's see, a little bit of string. Let's see, string. Ba-boom. Now, the last 2 parts, we need the hook, and we need the cap. Should be too difficult. Hook comes down on a little loop. Let's see, front part of the hook comes down here. And then it comes back. And it just kind of loops back around. Yeah, can't really tell what that is, though. Bottom part just kind of drops down. It doesn't really go anywhere. Too much. Actually, bring it down. One more. Set up like so. We could probably make the... Actually, we could probably make this like too thick. There we are. And like so. cut it like so. That doesn't look too bad. It's a little hook. The intention is there. You can tell what it is. Kind of. Now we gotta do the actual cap itself, which is gonna be a bit of a circle. Let's see, it's a bit of a lopsided circle. We can put it like so. Alright, hold on. We'll take the dark gray from this one. Actually, we'll take this dark gray. The dark gray will be the hook. Then we can take this gray, which will be the top of the hook. Like the hook little pin that goes into the leather. And lastly, this section will be the actual cap itself. And let's see, bring it down, bring this up. Alright, fine, we'll do this by hand. It wants to be difficult, so fine, we'll do it by hand. Okay, let's say it comes out 3. Let's make it 4. Comes out 4 pixels in every direction. Let's see. Well, if that comes out in 4, then it would be 6 in every other direction. Yeah, but that wouldn't be true either. Okay, that's roughly what we want the circle to look like. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Now we bring it around. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Bring it around, and boom. All right, there's what should be the cap. Boop, bop, bing. Boom, bop. Could use a little bit of fine tuning, like so, but now, oh, this looks bad. Now this doesn't look all that great. Set it like so. We could probably go one more up on the left side, and that will give it more of a rounded look. Same with over there. All right, that's the very top. That's the very top. Now the side be a little bit darker, I suppose. Come off at an angle roughly in this direction. I suppose with the way the top looks, it'd be more like this. More like that. And then to finish it off, from here to here, at a angle, like so. Now we fill it in. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Oh my goodness, how much detail do I really want to add? Not too much. I think that'll be good right there. Cheaping out at the final stretch. Oh my goodness. Just as it was always intended. All right, fine. A little bit darker. Boom, boop. We'll have a little bit of we'll have a little bit of detail added in. Let's see. We want this to come around. We want this centerpiece to come around like so. Let's see. It would be like so, and then it would go up. Like so. Hmm. Put it like so. And then it proceeds. So this is like it's supposed to be rounded. And I think it kind of gets that point across. I think it does get that point across. But we could use a little bit more over here. There we are. Okay, too much. Go back. Perfect. There we are. That looks good to me. Shade, tap it off like that. Tap it off. And boom. And from a distance, it's a funny looking circle. I mean, I guess it looks okay. It looks alright. I just need to... Let's see, first things first. Save. Save that a couple of times. Just in case something funky were to happen. And... oh, now we gotta work on the mouth. Let's see. What are the... Where is it? Let's take the... Let's take the standard... Take the standard one. And we copy the mouth. Copy it. Now we go back to the other one. Go here, and then we paste it. We don't need it to be big. We just need it for the colors. Let's see, lip color. Let's see, it should be 5 wide. There we are. And we take the inside color and fill it in. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm so happy about that. He's so cute. I love him. He's just a little guy. He's taking little sippies from his little canteen. It's his little guy canteen. Look at him. He's so cute. He's just going... You know, I'm actually quite happy with the way that turned out. About outside of the right arm, which is horrifically like mangled, this actually turned out quite well. And we were able to get all that done in around 2 hours and 15 minutes. Do I want to try and fit a tooth in there? Do I want to try and fit his teeth in there? Nah. Nah. We won't try to fit the teeth in there. We'll just leave it as is. Okay. Save it. All right. So that is like step 1 done. All right. How to do this? I didn't notice the right arm, which is the left one for the rat. Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it. I'm not sure what I could do to fix that. Outside of, like, maybe scrapping the entire arm. Are we sure we don't want it on the other side of the canteen? You know? Like the hidden side. You know, it's not a bad idea. I think we might have to go for that. Huh. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. We'll see how that looks. Let's see. Let's see. You go from here. Okay, hold on. Too thick. Go back 1 pixel from here to here. Like so. And now we just kind of fill everything in. Let's see. Good thing I saved this. There we are. And bring out the pencil, make it a little bit thicker. Here we are. Boom, bop. Well, we could probably delete this. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. This would be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this one wouldn't even be here. And then we can delete the arm for the most part. There we are. Now, what we can do is delete the arm. Honestly, we'll just completely scrap the arm at this point. We'll start from scratch with the arm. We'll just have it be a simple 2 lines going behind the canteen. Nothing fancy. And that should fix our issue. That should fix the issue with the arm being a weird, funny angle looking thing. She like so. There we are. Like that. Let's see. Take the color. Boom, boom. All the way down. It'll be a little bit odd, but I think we should be okay. Let's see, fill it in. Here we are. That's good. Then we take you, make it big. And like that, we will fix all of the problems. All right, now we take you. Take the gray. And roughly boom. And boom. Cut it across. Actually, like so. And a couple of touch-ups. And I don't know about that one. Okay, back. All right. What if what if we did it from the other side over here? What if we had it coming around? No, we literally just did that and it looked horrible. Okay, we're not doing that. What to do? It's not like we can have him have his fingers wrapped over the top. We can't do that. We could have the pinky finger come over. Actually, pinky finger would be over here. So we can have it come over. It would be a little thing. It would just be like a little guy right here. Actually, pink. And fill it in. And like so. Fill it in and maybe do a little bit of proofing over here. I mean, it looks better. I'd say it objectively looks better. Heck, if we really want to, we could even have the other finger go off in this direction. And since this would be the bottom of the hand, the bulk of the hand would actually be pink. There we are. The bulk of the hand would actually wind up being pink. Because this would be the bottom of his paw. So it would be pink with the outline actually being the gray. Okay, that would actually be a pretty cool like reversal of the other hand. Okay, that doesn't actually look bad. Or let's see, his hand would look like this. They'd be in two different directions. That actually looks pretty good. I'm actually happy with that. I'm all right with this. Let's see, maybe do a little bit of touch-up work on the arm. Make it a little bit lighter. Stick it like so. And boom. Well, now his arm just feels really stubby. Maybe I could have it at a slight angle. I could. Man. This was supposed to be a quick in and out. Okay, what if we have the arm like such? where it's at a slight angle. Hmm. Huh. Ugh. Pop, 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 pop. Here we are. I could probably round it out a little bit. Okay, from here to here. Round it out. Ah, damn it. Let's see, round it out. Round it out. Here we are. Put it like so. And now we just fill it in. Just fill it in a little bit, and we'll be good to go. And finally, we can start on the next phase of the project. Oh, it's still pointy. All right, you know what? There. Here we are. That looks slightly better. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, that's right. That would be bending to the outside, wouldn't it? Ugh. All right, pro gamer move time. Here we are. Flip. Ta-da! I'm trying to like visualize how exactly he's holding this. Because this is such like a weird way to hold this. I mean, it's possible. It's possible to hold it like this, but like, oh my goodness, it's so weird. Ah, it's weird. Not a fan. But I guess we can do some touch-up work over here as well. There we go. Looks all right. I don't think actual hand will work. These aren't actual hands. These are rat hands. Look, these are not human hands. These are very clearly rat hands. Look at it. Look at it. Hand. Should go for the cowie hand style. Listen, man. I thought about doing like dog paws. I thought about doing like dog paws where he was just gonna be holding the canteen like fucking whip. Boop, boop. And that's what he was gonna hold the canteen with. But like we're here already. I thought about doing that. That was the original plan, but then I found out that rats actually have fingers. Oh my goodness. Why does this have to be so complicated? Yeah, save it for now. Let's see. I could do little hands. His hands are already tiny. Let's see. The canteen is what took up most of my time. The hands aren't really the hard part. Although I could do something where I'm just holding it like boop. Literally just boop. I hate the fact that I actually like that. Oh my goodness. You know what? We will save this. This will be the default version. This is the default version. We will do... Let's see. This, bring that across. That across. This comes down like so. Okay, maybe not that. All right. You from there to there. There we are. Like so. Then we fill it in. Let's see. Fill it in, fill it in, fill it in even more. Here we are. Oh, now it looks fat. Now it looks fat. Man. From here to here. You need to go on a diet, Fred. See, there we go. And boom. Bam. Bam. Oh my goodness. I had this conversation. I brought this up the other day. I don't remember who it was with. Have you guys ever heard of the TV show called The Honeymooners? It's this old, like, 1950s black and white comedy, right? About a husband and wife. The husband is, like, a bus operator. He's got his wife who's, like, super sarcastic and is, like, the intelligent one of the pair. The husband isn't a complete idiot, but he's also, like, slightly dumb. And he's a bit stubborn. And then they have their friend who also has a wife. And the friend is kind of an idiot with his wife that's also kind of smart. And if this sounds familiar to you, that's because if you've ever seen the cartoon The Flintstones by Hanna-Barbera, it's basically a one-for-one ripoff of The Honeymooners, except it's, like, cartoon. Like, I had this conversation with my brother, that Fred is, like... Fred in The Flintstones is kind of misogynistic at a lot of times because they ripped a bunch of jokes from a 1950s comedy show back when misogyny was a lot more accepted. So you can't... So it's like, oh. That's why he said that. Because they fucking stole the jokes. Like a 1980s cartoon stole jokes from a 1950s show. No wonder a lot of the punchlines don't land that well. Oh my goodness, that's just such a funny topic to me. How did this happen? How did we get here as a people? I don't know. Right, now this thing has a bulge in it again. Let's see. Thin this out a little bit, please. Can we get rid of the bulge, please? Thank you. There we are. A little bit of topping it off. Let's see, too much. Go back and boom. Ugh. Oh, that reminds me. Now that the hand's not there anymore, I can move this back down to where it's supposed to be. Let's see. Then we can get rid of this. Delete you. Finally. Pop, pop. And pop, pop. Excellent. Perfect. Great. Looks all right. Now, We take this, and we have hand 1. Okay, hold on. Wait, other color, this one. Okay, here to here. Like that. And then like this. And then straight line. Straight line. Straight line. Straight line. I take this and fill it in, fill it in. Let's see. Did I just... Was that my fucking fire... Was that my fire alarm? Is my fire alarm out of batteries? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed if my fucking thing's out of batteries. I swear I just heard a beep. Like the loud chirping of the fucking fire alarm. If my fire alarm is out of fucking batteries, dude, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I just changed those. Like, not that long ago. Okay, what do we think about cowie hands? What do we think about funny hands? Actually, what could we do? Oh, we can make them pink! We can make them pink! There we go. And then over here. Boop, boop. Ah, he's pink now. Actually, put that there. Put you here. We got Royven with little pink cans, holding his little canteen. Honestly, that's pretty cute. It looks like he has just he looks like he has 2 giant fingers. He's just got 2 giant fingers with pink fingernails. I don't know how I feel about this. I, for one, think it's adorable. But it also looks kind of funny. Stretch. Oh, my back. All right. Save as PNG. Let's see. Drinking, not talking, V2. Simplified. We'll put this under simplified. Okay. Well, it would certainly be easier. It would certainly be easier to use the funny fingers. To use the 2 funny fingers. It would save a lot of time when we have to redo the entire canteen. Alright, let's see. File. Let's see. Simplified. Open. Alright, give me... where's standard blinking? Okay, there we go. Neutral blinking. There we go. Give me the blinky eyes. There we are. Now we copy. We go back to... You know, we're going to work on the simplified one because it's going to be much easier. Okay. Let's see. Simplified. Paste. Now. There we go. And then boom. Boom. Save as PNG. Blinking. He's a blinking, drinking rat. What a little guy. Look at him. Honestly, I think it's adorable. I, for one, am a fan. I think he's adorable. I love him. Of course, I was gonna love him anyways, because he's my little guy. But now now comes the hard part. We need to take this and shift it 90 degrees. We need to take this and shift it 90 degrees. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, can I rotate this? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have an idea. I has an idea. Let's see. We will rip. Let's see. Rip you. Wait, no, missed it. Damn it. Damn it, boys. Let's see. Copy. Paste. Move it over here. Let's see. We are like 2 pixels into... We're like 2 pixels into this. Okay, perfect. Copy. Paste. Actually, put those together. Perfect. Now, we take this. And we rotate 9 degrees to the right. Copy. I have an idea. Let's see. Don't save. I don't want to save that. Okay. Paste. We'll put it down. All right, put it over here. Put it over here for now. Okay, we need to clean this up a little bit. Eraser. Actually, give me the big one. Boom, 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 boom. We're going pixel by pixel. Until this entire thing is cleared out. Let's see. When you work in MS Paint, you find out a couple of tricks you can whip out. Let's see. Put that there. Put that there. Put this here. Boom. 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 So here's the thing, right? Since he's gonna be holding it at a right angle, things aren't going to be dangling anymore, which means we can actually get rid of the... We can actually get rid of the cap. Which will make things way easier. Because the cap's just gonna be hanging like directly downwards. So we don't need this. We don't need the cap anymore. Here we are. MS Paint tips and tricks. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. In hindsight, I could probably just use like the basic starting template for Roiben. And not actually have to go through the effort of completely redoing this one particular image. Which will save me a lot of time in the grand scheme of things. Let's see, here. We're almost there. We just need to trim up a couple last spots, and we'll be able to just copy and paste this right onto default Roiben. It won't be too difficult, because we can just take Roiben talking from the neutral expression, and that'll work perfectly. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Here we are. Just gotta do some precision erasing. We're almost good to go. What just happened? What is that? If I hit middle mouse, everything just disappears. Why? Okay, if I do anything, it just disappears. What did I do? What happened? Okay. I guess we're just gonna ignore that. Fine. Whatever. I didn't like break OBS, did I? What was that? What was that? What happened? I don't know how that happened. Ugh. Whatever. Well, you know, it didn't actually do anything. Nothing's broken, so I guess that's good. Here we go. Bring it around. Bring it around and do a couple of final touches, and we should be almost good. Let's see, take a line out of these, take a line out of that. Interesting. Let's see. Finishing touches. That looks okay. That looks okay. Fill it in. We almost have just the canteen. Actually, put it like so. Actually, put these in here. Put you in here. There we are. Finishing touches. Beautiful. It looks kind of lumpy now. Man, it looked so nice earlier. Now it's like lumpy. Oh, well. All right, and copy. File, open. All right, where's the default one? Should be in here somewhere. Where Where'd I put it? Where is it? You'd think it'd be easy to spot because it's Royben without a face on. There's no way I accidentally deleted it. Oh, no, there he is. Don't save, please. Thank you. I couldn't find it for a second. I got really worried. All right, paste. All right, let's see how this goes. She right there. Damn it. Put that there. Put you here. Put you here. Put you here. Like so. A little bit of fine tuning down here, and we should be good. A little bit of pink. Funny pink nails. We're fine. Like, I keep doing this wrong. Hold on. Bottom, top. There you go. Over here. Bottom, top. Ah, damn it. Why do these never fill in fully? Ugh. There we are. Couple of finishing touches. Hold on. All right, let's see if we can finish this up relatively quickly. Down we go. Up, 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 up. Guess we can leave that. Actually, delete you. Cut it across. Put it right there. That. He's got his little tiny hands. All right, file, save as. Here we are, and save. Now we gotta open up a new file. Find the default one. There we are. Hello, Royben. Let's see if I can snipe the very bottom. Snipe the very bottom of that. There we are. See, copy, file, open. All right, where is he? There he is. Paste. How big is his mouth? Oh no. Ugh. Ah, Shackward. All right, tell you what. There's a simple solution to this. We need... I didn't actually save the canteen, did I? No. Damn it. Okay, fine. There is a very simple solution to this. We're gonna take this, drag it over here, take this, drag it over here, squeeze it in perfectly. Now, coming over here, we zoom in, and we do a little bit of fine tweaking. Why does it do that when I'm fully zoomed in? Here we are. A little bit of fine tuning. Hey. All right, there. 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 There we go. Again, just a little bit of fine tuning. Oy. We're almost done. We're almost done. Man. Let's see. Here. We're almost done. Man, it's almost 4 o'clock. Here's the thing. The thing I was originally planning to go to is at 6:30. So I plan to wrap up my stream at around 5:30, so I'd have an hour to get ready for it. However, I asked my sibling if he wanted to go to a different event. And that one starts around... That one I have to leave around 4:30 for, instead of, like, 5:30. And he just came in and told me that he was willing to go to that one. So now... I need to wrap up my stream at... I don't know, probably in, like, the next 15 minutes or so. Which I'm actually upset about, because I really did want to do the emotes thing, where people would suggest emotes and I'd try to make them. But I guess that's what we have the Discord for. You can throw emote suggestions in there, and I can work on it in my free time, or on stream again if I really wanted to. File. See, talking while drinking. V2. Save it. Now we open blinking. Click and drag. If I can clip the top of the eye, that would be cool. Thanks. Cool. Awesome. Copy. Open. Actually, talking. Paste. Here we go. Right there. Here we are. Save as. Actually, talking. Blinking. Drinking. Here we are. Save. Now, that's done. Okay, we are in a state where I want to try this. I want to see if this works. But in order to do that, I do have to switch off of Weimar. I have to go back to Württemberg. But we're finally in a state where we can actually get to check out and see if this is in a good state of being. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna set this up and see if I can get it working. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah. I have returned, and this time for the grand reveal. Ladies and gentlemen, it is at this time I am pleased to present to you the awesome thing that is me drinking water. Wait, hold on. Come on. Stupid thing. Come on. Come on! Why? Now why is it not working? Hold on. Mm. Stupid thing. Okay, you know when I set up the toggle key, sometimes it doesn't work the first time. But this time for real. For realsies this time. Behold, me whipping out a canteen and drinking from it. See, I have a canteen now. Ironically enough, I am unable to actually make slurping sound effects while I am drinking from the canteen. Because if I make slurping sound effects, then suddenly I stop drinking from the canteen. But you know what? All things considered, I'd say it worked pretty well. I think it looks nice. It's a little bit scuffed, but that's okay. Yummy. All right, guys. 3.5 hours to take a sippy. Now I have something to do during hydrate or dihydrate, which I'm quite happy about. I think we did a very good job. But I'll tell you what. I unfortunately have to skedaddle. Again, the event I'm going to got kind of pushed up because we switched from the original one to the other one that's a bit earlier than the other. So I unfortunately have to get going. But Understanding and Goblin, if you two are interested, or if anyone else is interested, if you're not in the Discord already, consider joining it and consider leaving suggestions for emotes. Probably in the suggestions box. That's probably like the best place to leave it. If you have ideas for a emote that you want me to make or that you want to see in the future, consider leaving it there. Otherwise, I kind of gotta skedaddle, unfortunately. Which is unfortunate, because I like Avenged Sevenfold. So... Alright, get that out. Shut up. Got that. There we go. Alright, we are going to very quickly run, raid, and ditch. Who's alive? What are people doing right now? Who's alive? Hella's up. Default's doing his thing. Oh, Default's playing Lethal Company. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I think we'll head over and say hi to Default. I like Default. He's cool. He's cool. I haven't unfortunately not been able to do very much with him as of recent. Since fucking wait a minute. This isn't Lethal Company. That's Astroneer. Oh well. You know, you can't get them all. I haven't been able to do anything with Default in a very long minute. Just because the Discord we have for like collaborations hasn't been doing anything as of recent. Which is a bit annoying, but that's neither here nor there. But regardless, again, if you have emote suggestions, consider leaving them in the Discord, because I will take a look at them and consider actually making them. Someone made a suggestion the other day that I make. Well, he didn't really make this suggestion directly, but I can infer it from what he said. That I should make a Roiben for all of the great powers of the First World War. Like, I should have one where I'm wearing like a red kepi for France, like the one soft cap for the British, maybe like a Russian peaked cap, right? That kind of stuff. And I think I might actually do that. That seems like a really fun idea. But that'll be for another time. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'll stream, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. Have a good day. Bye.